What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Weekly Review, home of the wolf pack. As you can see, the waves are super rough today. I've been body surfing all day, having the time of my life. I'm still wandering around in Mexico. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next with my life, but I got to be home before the bear market. Speaking of that, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump straight into the charts.
You big old sus, yeah. I just doubled up on crypto. I just doubled down on the new vest. Now my chair looking like 2 checks. Type of money made me want a 2-step. Who next? This week I be on the moon next. Stock going up like 2x. That's a fast flip like suplex. 2 real estate like a duplex. You bet never lose change, but I do flex.
Bitcoin on the daily chart. I know we just looked at this yesterday, but let's take another quick peek. It looks like we're having a bounce that's almost identical from the last lower high, and it looks like it's about to set another lower high. It looks bad. I think 44,000 is the next stop, and if you wanted to put orders like around 44,000 even and see if you can get filled into a pop and then sell 50,000, I mean, good luck. I mean, this could definitely impulse down. It could definitely just wreck right through this pivot right here. I would say this is a no trade zone. 4-hour chart looks like it is rejecting this pivot right here. It looks bad. Maybe we can chop down, get some support at 48,000 and try for another pop. I'm gonna say it's unlikely, but it could happen. Hex on the daily chart looks like a COVID lab leak. Like, what is even going on here? This thing is just all over the place. Super volatile shitcoin. But let's take a look at the daily chart. It looks like it's above a lot of moving averages right now. It looks like it is fighting. But it also did that here. Now, I'm not a big guy on fractals or anything. I'm a moving average guy. And I'm going to tell you, when we're talking about moving averages, it never did reach the 89 exponential moving average on this pop. So this pop is not as strong as this pop, and this is the Godwill pop. So this is the pulse height pop, and it's not as strong, but it looks very similar. Could we get a partially engulfing candle tomorrow? Let's find out. Look at this chart. Let's see if tomorrow's candle engulfs this. If it does, I'm going to say Hex is in trouble. If it doesn't, I might start getting a little bit bullish. Remember, I want to buy the dip, but I want to buy the dip on the way up. I do not want to buy the dip on the way down, and I would suggest you do the same. So let's get a little bit of confirmation and ride this baby. I hope it will get to new all-time highs, but I'm doubtful just because the trend is your friend until the end of the trend, and Bitcoin looks like AIDS. You know, I publicly sold Hex at 45 cents, so I'm sitting pretty cozy. I want to buy the dip, but I want to buy a confirmed dip. I don't want it to buy the dip and then it keeps dipping. There's just one more thing on the Hex 4-hour chart I want to show you. Now, this is the Godwill pump. You can see it rejected over here, set a new high, but rejected the 366 exponential moving average. This is the longest moving average and probably the most important right now. But as you can see right here, it rejected here, here, and here in this 4-hour downtrend. I would say this line is very, very important. And what are we doing right now on the 4-hour chart with Hex? This line is getting hit once, 2 times, 3, 4, 5 with higher lows. Oh my God, it looks like it's going to break through it. It looks like it's going to break through this area right here. This is consolidating at resistance. This is very ascending triangle E. You know what I mean? It's not an ascending triangle, but it's the thought. It's the same movement, and all of this is just movement and patterns, and it's looking like it's consolidating up here. I think if it rejects all the way back down, I think that's big trouble for Hex. Take a look at ETH USD on Coinbase. We can pop in here and do the daily chart. Sorry, my computer's super laggy. I'm down here in Mexico. I have been on the move. I keep traveling. I'm in a new place. Been surfing all day long. So sorry about the laggy internet. ETH USD daily chart, nice pop over here, but look, we're rejecting the pivot just like Bitcoin. It's almost not even worth looking at. There's no divergences or anything like that. I would say no trade zone, hold on. I know BitBoy Crypto is saying he's selling everything at 40K. I sold at 65K, documented. So when BitBoy was telling you 100K, I was telling you there's double bearish divergence. I was showing you guys this double bearish divergence all the way back here. Look at this. This is what I was pointing out to everybody. Up, and down. And I'm talking about a whole year of giant bearish divergence. And then we had bearish divergence inside of bearish divergence. And I said, hey guys, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm selling. So yeah, totally caught that. Everybody else was lying to you. ADA rejecting the 366 and holding this pivot. Like, I don't believe in double tops. I don't believe in double bottoms. I think it's knocking at the door of the S2 pivot, and I think it's going to break down. Avalanche. Nice bounce on Avalanche on the daily chart. As you can see, it bounced off of S1, but it just did not have the steam. I would stay away. Sand rejecting the 21 exponential moving average, and it confirmed a downtrend. And Mana, the incel's dream, is also doing the same thing, kind of bouncing off in a weird area here. Looks like the 200 exponential moving average is showing itself right now, but yeah, stay away. So I just tried to read this article, and it's filled with poison and lies, but I'll give you the gist of it. They are claiming that inflation is running at 2%, if not a little bit more, which is ridiculous. The real rate of inflation is about 15%. If you use the same metrics that they used in the 1980s, they're basically cooking the books and fudging the numbers. But now they are talking about 3 interest rate increases in 2022. And what does that mean? Basically, right now, it's the opposite of interest rates. They are printing money. The Federal Reserve is buying bonds. It's called quantitative easing. What they're going to do is begin to taper the amount of bond buying that they are going to do. And they decided to double up on that. So they're not raising rates this year, which this year is pretty much over, you know. And they're going to be doing 3 rate hikes next year. And what does that mean? That means deflation. We are already in a recession, but we are in an inflationary recession. Basically what that means is, typically when you have a recession, you think, oh, I don't have the money to buy anything. Well, on an inflationary recession, you still can't afford to buy anything, but it's just because it costs more. The costs have changed. Now a car is like $80,000 to buy, you know, when back in the day it was like 40, you could get a decent car for $20,000. So you still have money, but it's an inflationary recession, so everything else is too expensive, so you still can't buy anything. So what are they going to do? They're claiming that they're going to do rate hikes, and what does that mean for us guys? I hate to tell you, but that means asset price deflation. That means we're going to have some sort of a crash. So I would be expecting a crash. Will they go through with it? Will they have the cojones to go through this crash and rescue the dollar? That is the name of the game, and I think crypto is going to crash. I think gold's going to crash. I think housing prices are going to crash. That is just my personal opinion and not financial advice. That's typically what it means. Like, you cannot have a deflationary stock market crash and a dollar crash at the same time, because when people are selling stocks, they're buying dollars. And what they need to do is strengthen the dollar, because we could go into a hyperinflationary depression. Look at housing prices. Look at car prices. They need to taper and they need to raise rates, and we don't have a choice. I'm not trying to scare you out of your bags. It's just something that you need to consider and watch. I think what's going to happen next with crypto is macro. I think there's bigger forces than crypto, and it was a good inflation hedge when things were running hot, but it'll do the reverse on otherwise. Now, what does that mean for us, the wolf pack? What that means is we're going to get our fingers dirty, and we're going to do DeFi. We're going to find projects. We're going to find opportunities, because you know what? The subculture of crypto, the subculture will still be here. There's still going to be pumps. There's still going to be dumps. There's still going to be new, cool, freaking projects, and we're going to find them, and we're going to dominate on this market, because that's the wolf pack. So I don't know what you guys think about Pulse Chain. I don't know if you've been following it or anything, but I went super hard into it. I'm extremely excited about it. I think this is the only exciting thing that's going to happen, as long as they can pull it off, because it is quite ambitious. It's basically a BSC fork, which is proof of stake, that has the full system state of Ethereum. All your coins are going to be on here, and today they released their Uniswap version 2 fork on the testnet. I'm not going to connect my wallet here, but it's clean, it's nice, it's beautiful, everything's working pretty good. It looks great, and the best part is it's from the same Ponzi schemers that brought you Hex, and I think this is going to pump. Now, if you missed it, don't worry, because I think it's going to dump pretty hard when it first comes out. Also, There you have a bunch of other sacrifice sets. What that means is basically an ICO, but they call it a sacrifice. That way they're trying not to be a security or whatever. It's just silly because any airdrop is a security, as you know. But let's just go with it, okay? It's a sacrifice set. There's plenty coming out. They're doing a pancake swap fork. You're gonna be able to sacrifice for that. There's plenty of exciting things happening. This is the only exciting thing happening. And I think this is gonna be an ADA. You know, I think this is gonna do an EOS. I think this is gonna be freaking huge, and we're gonna dominate it here at the Wolfpack. Anyways, if you wanna see me deep dive into Pulse Chain, throw me a like and a sub, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.